Great night in Washington, D.C. You're looking at the bridge there over the Potomac River. Welcome back to Sports Talk, everybody. I'm joined now by Vernon and Vontae Davis, two brothers who began their football careers on the fields here at D.C. and now are stars in the National Football League. Fellas, it is always great to be with you. This is Little Duke. This is Vernon. This is Vontae. Not quite as big, every bit as fast, he'll tell you. But before we start, I got to tell you something. I love your grandmother. I love your grandmother. Ad helped manage our house for 12 years at least, helped raise our kids while the whole same time she was raising you guys. She worked for my brother, with my brother, for 2 decades in his house, and she is a great lady, and I know you guys love her.
Yeah, love her to death.
And you said as soon as you got to the NFL, you were going to look out for her, and I know you have, because she looked out for you guys when you were coming up.
Oh, yeah, no question about it.
Well, tell me what you guys are. 49ers, Miami Dolphins. Is that a little rivalry in the house?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, us being brothers, I don't want him beating me, and he don't want me beating him.
And just so everybody knows, I mean, Maryland recruited you hard after this guy left as one of the all-time greats. But you went to Illinois instead. Why?
Man.
Just to get away from D.C., get away from, you didn't want to live in his shadow?
Long story short.
That's it. That's it.
Long story short, I didn't want to follow his footsteps.
Hey, you've got a new coach with the 49ers, Jim Harbaugh,
Yep.
a guy. Now, I did his game. I announced his games when he was the Bears, and even in college. His dad was a college coach. Have you had a chance to talk with him, spend any time with him? The labor situation sure has made that hard.
Yeah, actually, once he first walked into the building, I had an opportunity to sit down with him and talk a little football. So he was trying to get me caught up a little bit, but, you know, as soon as we got into the books and stuff, the labor, you know, he called me and said, "Vernon, we can't meet anymore." I was like, huh?
Yeah, that's a tough situation. Tough situation for you, too. Are they Dolphins keeping you in the loop and letting you know what's going on?
Well, not really. We're just going with the process. Whatever happens, happens. You know, most of the guys I know I talk to want to get back and play football. I'm really excited about playing football this year.
Vernon, when you got to the Combine, I don't think anybody expected what they saw. I mean, you lit that Combine up and really helped your draft pick. It was picked 6th overall. 6th overall.
Don't try to cheat me. Don't try to cheat me.
6th. It was a 6th, right?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah. 6th overall in the 2006 draft?
2006, yeah.
Do you think that Combine really made you some money?
It helped out. It helped out. But you know what? When it all comes down to it, you know, it was nobody but God. You know, God was with me, by my side, and he made a way for me.
Combine? Your thoughts on the Combine? How well do you remember it?
Well, I remember.
It's like a meat market.
Yes, it's a long process.
And you did well. What were your thoughts of the Combine when you were there?
Well, I think it's good, you know, you get to interact with the coaches. I mean, it's a process that you go through, so the coaches are able to evaluate you the best way they can. It's a 3-day process, and you do a lot of things that can help your style or also affect your style.
Yeah, absolutely. Vernon, when you got to the 49ers, had some injuries, got nicked up a little bit, some tough times, and then I was so upset the way that television portrayed you with that situation with Mike Singletary. What were your thoughts about that? How did that change you?
Well, it changed me because, you know, coming into the league, I was all about myself. I was, you know, I didn't know how to just act around my teammates and things like that. So it took me a minute to, you know, put my teammates first. And once I learned how to do that, everything started to happen for me. And Coach Singletary, he didn't mean really throw me under the bus. I wouldn't call it that. He was pretty much helping me. He was trying to mold me into a leader and a captain.
But there's a guy that understands the game. He was a heck of a player, played on a tough defense. You know, I'm just guessing this. I don't know because I didn't talk to Mike about it.
Right.
But I think he would probably handle it differently if he had another chance.
I think he would. I think he would. You learn. It was a learning experience for both of us. He had just stepped in as our interim head coach. And, you know, whatever Coach Singletary does now, you know, I wish him the best of luck there in Minnesota. But, you know, I always look up to him.
2 quality guys, and everybody that's watching this knows I'm in the tank of your family, but same thing with you. I remember a guy from the Miami or the Palm Beach Post or something called me, and he says, "Hey, what do you know about Vontae and his character issues?" I said, "Character issues? He's got character, all right. Good character."
Oh, great character.
But, I mean, that had to bother you as well, didn't it?
I mean, it did, you know, talk about my personality, if I had character issues or not. But, I mean, so far I feel I have done a good job in Miami.
part of that, is really a total misconception of people. I mean, they think of DC, they think how rough it is, they think, okay, these guys are going to be hard to deal with. And it just upsets people, upsets me when that happens. Because, I mean, when you were at Maryland, you were the leader of that team.
Yeah, I was. I'm the leader now. It's just, once you get into the league, you get all this hype and things like that. They expect you to come in, the fans, and you want to live up to that, so you don't know how to carry yourself. You have to just work your way into it slowly.
We'll tell everybody out there what kind of leaders you guys are now. We're going to tell them what you're doing and how you're doing it, how you can get involved when we come back. Stay with us. We'll have more with both Vernon and Vontae and what they're doing now. So stay with us as Sports Talk rolls on. Tomorrow night, Vernon and Vontae Davis will be in Northwest Washington helping host the Grasping the Dream fundraiser gala. That event will help raise money for local youth to attend the Sound Body, Sound Mind Academy at Howard University. It's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. For more information, please go to the website. It's right there on the bottom of your screen. It's Tuesday, May 3rd, 17th and Constitution. Of course, we want everybody to get involved. You guys have been doing this for a long time. Especially, I want to talk about the Lifting As We Climb Foundation. Explain that and how you got involved and what it is.
You know what? We got involved, me and Vontae, we decided to partner up with these guys because they were doing something great. If you look at it, it's not just a camp, it's an academy. They teach these young kids, these inner city kids, that there's more to it than just playing sports. There's also education, and not just education, but you're learning to live a healthy and active lifestyle, just by staying in shape.
So, and you're helping so many kids. Yeah. You guys know what it was like in that neighborhood growing up, or in D.C. I know what it was when I was being raised in Northeast. You can go this way or you can go that way.
Right.
If you go this way, you're never leaving town, unless it's to go to the big house somewhere. It's tough. And you guys made the right decisions, and now you're helping these guys. What are these camps like? When these kids show up, what's it like?
It's a lot of fun. They look for us. They look to us to just learn things, different things that they don't know, and we're there to help them. I want to see them do well. I want to see most of these kids go to school, get an education, as well as exceeding on the football field. That's what I want to see.
Tell us about tomorrow night, what that's all about.
Tomorrow night is about raising money to help these kids with their education as well as sports. If people can come out and contribute, it'll be a big thing, big deal for us.
Vontae, how has your life changed? It looks like now all these kids look up to you. You're a hero. You're playing in the league.
Yeah, it's a blessing because I was once in their shoes, looking up to guys that came before me, to Josh Cribs, my brother. And now to be in a situation, it's a blessing, and the biggest way I can contribute is to come back home and, give back to the kids and let them know that anything's possible.
Now, we were talking during the commercial break about the labor issues in the NFL. Are we going to play football this year?
Vontae don't think we're going to have a season, but I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Vontae, is that true?
Yeah. No, it's the other way around.
Oh, you told me that last night?
It's the other way around.
Oh,
it's the
come
other
on,
way around.
This guy here.
Right. I tell you this, if we don't have a season, then both sides are crazy. And there's a lot of money involved, but more importantly than that, it is the game in the United States. People have to have football on Saturdays and Sundays.
We have to, but for the Davis household, I'm not really worried about it because he'll pay all the bills.
I'm not worried about it because I know Ad's there. And she'll take care of all of them.
She definitely will.
So what happens? What happens now? You're working on the foundation. You're working out, I'm sure, getting ready for the season. But with the labor issues, I know they can't contact you. So how do you guys stay in the loop of what's happening?
Well, I say our agent, he's informing us, keeping us up to date with everything that's going on.
Okay. But the union now, I don't know how all that works, but the union is no longer the union. You guys are pretty much standing on your own with your agents. Is that correct?
Yes, we are. We look to our agent for, all the information that he can give us because we don't know anything right now. Yesterday my coach texted me and told me to come on in. And then today, I'm about to get on the flight and I'm turning back around. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, we're out of time. We could talk all night, but I want to tell you, you got your good looks, got your talent from your grandma. You know that. You got everything from it. It's good to see you guys in town. I got to see you more often. Now, you live in the off-season here, right?
Yeah, we come back here to live in the off season, train with a great friend of ours as well as a trainer, Myron Flowers.
Yep. You stay in town as well?
Yes.
How close do you stay in touch with people at Maryland?
I try to keep up with a lot of those guys. Right now, DeQuell Jackson is training with us. You remember him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our linebacker?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Skinner.
Terrell Skinner, he's with us. So we try to, keep a nice bond.
How's your art? Are you still drawing?
Yeah, I am. I actually have a scholarship in my name in the city of San Francisco.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. I have to go back next month and give that out.
He's a great artist. Great artist. Fellas, it's always great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks to Charlie Casserly. Thanks to Coach Paul Hewitt. Everybody for making this show what it was tonight. Monday night, Sports Edition, Sports Talk. Big fellas in the house. So long, everybody.